समझ नहीं आ रहा अपने सैलरी इंक्रीमेंट का क्या करूं।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स के एसआईपी का टॉपअप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
क्या? समझ में नहीं आया।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स का एसआईपी टॉपअप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
अब समझा।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
The war in the Middle East and elsewhere between Pakistan, Afghanistan, etc., all of that will go on. Ukraine looks like people have forgotten there is even a war there. So wars will go on. That will not stop Indian politics. Come hell or high water, Indian politics will go on. And Indian politics is now going into a very busy phase. In fact, it's already begun that phase with 5 state elections, or 4 states and 1 union territory. That is West Bengal, Tamil Nadu. I'm listing the big states first, not necessarily the order in which they will go to the polls. So West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Assam, Puducherry, which is a union territory. In the first round, 3 will go to the polls. That is Kerala, Assam and Puducherry, and then we have Tamil Nadu and then West Bengal in 2 phases. In May first week, the results will come out. This is a busy 6-week session. Now, this is a very interesting set of elections because each state gives us a different picture. In one state, Assam, the BJP is the incumbent. In another state, West Bengal, BJP is a challenger, a close challenger they would think. TMC is the incumbent. Kerala, the left front, the only place where the left holds power in India, besides indeed the JNU Union. There too, it's a different set of the left politics. Otherwise, this is the only holdout of the left, and now they'll be battling double anti-incumbency, and Congress is the challenger. In Tamil Nadu, the DMK alliance, which includes the Congress and the left, it's an old alliance. They are the incumbent. Importantly, in Tamil Nadu, political combinations have changed substantially. In Assam, while the BJP is incumbent, that is one more state where it's a direct clash between the Congress and the BJP. BJP as the double incumbent and Congress as the challenger. And then Puducherry, where is All India NR Congress Party, which is an ally of the NDA or ally of the BJP. That's in power. All of these go to the polls. Now, to talk a little bit about this and what's at stake. We don't do any opinion polls. We don't make any predictions. That's the reason I'm not even saying front runner, also ran, etc., etc. I'm only telling you who's the incumbent and who's the challenger. To make sense of all of this, we have who else but DK Singh. So DK, what's at stake in these elections? Tell me on each state in 2 sentences.
In Assam, of course, like BJP is totally dominant and BJP has to retain it because in other 4 states, BJP can improve. West Bengal, well, BJP is hoping a lot in West Bengal, but if you look at the vote share, as you said, we're not in the business of predicting. So if you look at the vote share and Mamata Banerjee's hold. So in 2021 assembly election, there was a gap of 10 percentage points between TMC's votes and BJP's votes. TMC got 48%. BJP got 38%. Now come to 24 in the Lok Sabha election. We have to look at it because because the BJP generally tries to ride on the wave of Modi's popularity, PM Modi's popularity. Now in 24, BJP's vote share remains almost the same, 38 to, it goes up to 39%. And TMC's share comes down from 48% to 46%. Still there was a gap of 7 percentage points even when people were voting for the Prime Minister. So BJP is of course very confident because, well, TMC has been there since 2011. They think there will be strong anti-incumbency. But if you look at the vote percentage,
Triple anti-incumbency.
But if you look at the vote shares of these parties in the last 2 elections, Lok Sabha and Assembly, looks tough as it is. Tamil Nadu, of course, DMK looks pretty well entrenched because of the alliance it has. But again, the AIDMK is looking at that anti-incumbency against the DMK-led coalition. But there, first time you are saying the DMK is without any star power. You don't have any MJR, you don't have any Jayalalitha.
ADMK.
Sorry, ADMK. You don't have. Now, Stalin, in the DMK, Stalin is not exactly Karunanidhi, but he's seen somebody as who builds consensus. Normally, he has had his fan following. He's been not with Karunanidhi in stature, but he's taken it pretty seriously. In the AIDMK side, EPS does not have it yet. We saw last time what happened. Once Jayalalitha was out, the first election they faced in 21, their vote share came down by about 8 percentage points. Seats came down to 66. Drastic fall, and from there we have not really seen the AIDMK improve. So if you talk to Tamil politicians, now I was just before coming here, I was sitting with Karthi Chidambaram, and we were discussing, and when he says, look, if you look at the discourse in Tamil Nadu, EPS is hardly being talked about. So that's where there is no match, because Stalin still has a personality. EPS is not that personality yet.
And there is an EPS OPS issue that we will come to in a minute, but you go to the next state now.
Kerala again, 10 years of anti-incumbency. We saw what happened in the recent local body polls where the UDF swept.
UDF is the Congress-led coalition.
So there also you look at the trend. 21 assembly election, LDF gets re-elected. By 24, the UDF is back in its dominant position.
In Lok Sabha election.
In Lok Sabha election, it sweeps the election. And then we see the local body election last year, which also is swept by the UDF. So there UDF seems to have an edge, but as Congress people say that it's always us who lose the election, so you never know.
Yeah, UDF, as we know, is the coalition led by the Congress party. One is led by the left party CPM, that is LDF, Left Democratic Front. United Democratic Front, led by the Congress, also as Indian Union Muslim League, and also Kerala Congress factions. So basically, it's a coalition of Congress's vote bank and Muslims and Christians, minorities.
Yes.
So that is the grouping.
Kerala becomes tough because again you hear a lot from the BJP, but the fact is Muslims and Christians constitute 46% of the population there. It's very tough to split that, which BJP was hoping. BJP was hoping that a section of Christian population, Christians could probably walk out of the Congress holder or from the walk out of the UDF sway, which has not really happened. We did not see it in the local body election where Congress actually dominated those regions.
So what's BJP expecting in Kerala?
BJP would expect the best scenario, the best hope would be that somehow bring a kind of a hung assembly. Very high hope, but that's the best they can hope for.
Usually Kerala has clear verdicts.
Yeah, because both minorities, right, Christians and Muslims, they seem to be going with the UDF this time. LDF again, LDF, see what the BJP has done. BJP has made major inroads into some Hindu vote banks, say Idavas. The main support, but Idavas, they're the main support base of the LDF, the left. There also, as your post-poll surveys tell you, that the BJP has dented about 30 to 40% of Idavas.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Among Nayars also, the BJP is making dent. So among Hindu vote bank, BJP is kind of coming up. But in terms of finally when you have assembly elections, how much of that will translate into votes?
Yeah, but at the same time, looks like this will hurt the LDF.
It may hurt the LDF, but for Nayars also. But Nayars again, a significant section of Nayars also vote for the Congress.
Right.
Now there also the BJP is poaching.
Right.
Shashi
Tharoor being one too.
Shashi Tharoor being one. In the last Lok Sabha election, first time the BJP won Thrissur seat, but then it is more about the candidate. So the BJP, we are yet to see the kind of, look, the RSS has been there for decades. They have always been there, but somehow in terms of their influence getting translated into seats, we don't really see that happening yet. So this is what the BJP would be looking to see this time.
Which brings us to Assam.
And another factor, if LDF loses this time, look, the Chief Minister is going to be 81 in a couple of months. I was just writing somewhere, like it's his last rodeo. After that, the LDF does not have any big face.
In Kerala or nationally?
In Kerala. Nationally also, who is there now? So, and after 1977, it will be the first time when the left will not be in power in any of the states. If the LDF loses, so biggest stakes for that for them. But if LDF somehow loses, and as we have seen the left, once they lose, they start receding. We saw it in Bengal, we saw it in Tripura. There, the BJP may fancy its chances to do better.
Because in Tripura, a lot of the left base, including workers, shifted to the BJP.
Yes.
As in West Bengal, they shifted to TMC.
Initially, in the first few elections, yes.
Sort of lock, stock and barrel.
Yeah.
So left is not able to keep that ideological cohesion. It doesn't transfer into loyalty in periods of defeat.
Because when BJP started growing there in a massive way, we saw in 2019, in Bengal.
Right.
Till then, for the left cadres, even for the Congress, the Mamata Banerjee was the biggest adversary. She had to be defeated. So even if the left cadres, they have, of course, they won't be voting for the BJP otherwise. But the main adversary was Mamata Banerjee. They went with the BJP
to defeat Mamata Banerjee.
Yeah. So BJP would be hoping that same thing happens again. We don't know.
What is the importance of the Congress and the BJP in Tamil Nadu?
Congress again, they have managed to get 3 more seats this time from the DMK. They basically from 25 to 28 seats. So the DMK has agreed to part with 28 seats with the Congress this time.
They would call just about 10% of all the seats.
Yes, so Congress without the DMK is nothing there. Just as the BJP without the AIDMK couldn't do much. We saw in the last Lok Sabha election, despite all the hype, AIDMK BJP did not go together. Now BJP, the NDA that they formed with a few more parties, they got about 18% votes. But BJP's share then also, even the Lok Sabha, was just 11%. So now they have come back. I mean, they have come together with the AIDMK. Let's see how that translates. But then again, look at Tamil Nadu. In the Lok Sabha also, the DMK-led coalition. We're talking Lok Sabha because BJP is hoping to get something out of PM Modi's popularity. Even in the Lok Sabha election, an election for PM Modi, the DMK-led alliance got 46% votes. And then you get the NDA votes plus AIDMK votes in the last Lok Sabha election. Put them together, 23 and 18, it comes to 41% only. So even in the last Lok Sabha election, if you put NDA and AIDMK vote together, it is less than the DMK-led alliance's vote share by about 6 percentage points. So that tells you hopes are fine, but numbers don't tell us the same.
So that tells you this is an unusual state where both the national parties actually are secondary parties, also RANs, and the coalitions they are joining can pretty much do without them also.
Yes, but here coalition on the other side is fine, but DMK, look at their coalition. They have everybody. That's the biggest strength. I mean, they have left, they have IUML, they have VCK. So for different sections, for Muslims, Dalits.
So VCK and all these parties represent certain caste groups.
Yes. So they have a much larger coalition. In AIDMK and DMDK has also joined the late Vijay Gandhi's party. That has also joined the DMK-led coalition now.
See that picture of ours with late Vijay Kant. That is some of us traveling in Tamil Nadu at that point, trying to show off our non-existent biceps.
Then the third factor, which is everybody is talking about Tamil Nadu, is the Vijay factor, TVK, his party. Now his party, fine, there is a lot of hype, he's a big star, but a few days back they had this district committee meetings where their people from districts started telling that you have to enter into an alliance with some kind of alliance, otherwise we will not even get the candidates. So the stardom is very much visible, but on the ground, organization.
So what exactly is his politics? Because Tamil Nadu has this TVK now and Vijay, these are new factors.
His politics is not clear at all. He's hardly talking. I mean, big things he calls the DMK its political enemy, the BJP his ideological enemy. Beyond that, he has not really spelled out much. He's not even giving an interview. He's not talking about his own, what exactly he brings to the table.
But he's got appeal on the street.
So far, yes. I mean, he draws huge crowds. Generally, you talk to Tamil Nadu politicians, they say so far he may be getting around 15% vote bank. Estimates, of course, I mean, nobody knows. So, internal surveys, 15 to 20%. But now that you see that the party cadre, I mean, the people who are supporting him, their the TVK district committees, even they are not sure whether they will get candidates. So star power is fine, but we have seen many stars in Tamil
So
Nadu
do you
politics
see
fading
something?
away.
I mean, I know we don't make any predictions, but do you see a little bit of Prashant Kishore, that phenomenon playing out? There's a lot of buzz, crowds, social media engagement.
That you see in Tamil Nadu, yes, the kind of traction Vijay gets, but Prashant Kishore was more practical. He was very clear that he will go to Arsh or
Yeah, he said,
Farsh.
yeah, Arshpar, either on the peak or Farshpar or down on
So
the floor.
he knew the possible scenarios. So finally he came on the Arsh on the floor. That's fine, but he knew about
Farsh,
it.
not Arsh.
Yeah, on
Farsh.
Farsh.
Yes.
Here in this case, Vijay has been completely averse to the idea of having any alliance. I mean, he thinks he can actually do it on his own, which looks like I won't call it a vaulting ambition,
But if he takes the votes, will he take them from DMK or ADMK? Which alliance will he take them?
so surveys, for instance, I am telling you about AIDMK surveys. They show that he's cutting into the vote bank of both alliances.
About equally.
About equally, but last survey was about where Vijay was eating into the DMK's vote bank 2% more than he was doing to the
ADMK.
AIDMK.
Yes.
So nobody is sure as yet, but election is still one month away, and we don't know because he doesn't have any organization in place so far.
Yeah.
He has to get candidates.
Does the Christian factor play in this election with Vijay in particular?
It is being projected, but I don't really think.
He's not seen as a Christian leader.
He's not. He does not even project himself as a Christian leader, although he is a churchgoer, but he doesn't project himself like that. Generally, he has his fans
Right.
cutting across caste, religions.
But that's also the history of Tamil Nadu. Fan clubs become parties.
But we have seen what happened to Kamal Hassan. We have seen what happened to Vijay Kant. I mean,
Yes, yes.
yes. After MJR
Yes.
or Jayalalitha, you do not really see that kind of fan base translating into
Anybody,
votes.
yes.
Yeah.
And Karunanidhi, if anything, was not a film star. He was more
not
a
at all.
literary creative figure.
Yeah.
That said, let's come to Assam now, because that's again a very interesting election. Because Congress has been out now for 2 terms. A former congressman is strong and is seeking a 3rd term. How does that state look right now? And we've just seen in the Congress party there've been some setbacks, particularly the departure of a Congress stalwart, a very articulate Congress stalwart who was able to win his seat in Nagaon in Lok Sabha in the face of a BJP wave, at least in the state of Assam, isn't it?
That's true. If you're talking Pradyut Bordoloi, I mean, he's a big face to leave the Congress. He's 4-term MLA, 2-term MP. And interesting thing is he's from Nagaon. Nagaon has it's a Muslim majority constituency.
Yes.
For that person to resign from the Lok Sabha, quit the party and take chances, the BJP tells you how desperate he was to leave. And so when he says he was humiliated, insulted, I mean, there's no other way somebody like him could have left. He was the NSUI state in charge there. He was in the Youth Congress. All his life he was in Congress, and he was in JNU. I mean, if that counts for anything.
Nagaon is also a constituency and district that Devkant Barua came from. Devkant Barua, former Congress president of Indra is India, in India is Indra, so fame. I remember meeting him in 1982-83 in the sort of lion in the winter avatar when he was out of everything. But this has been a Congress stronghold for a very long time, partly because of the demographics, as you mentioned.
Yeah. Now, it's a big setback for the Congress because, again, let's go back to 2021 election. There, Congress was able to form a big umbrella coalition of about 7-8 parties, what they call Mahajot. And that Mahajot did give the NDA a big fight. So their vote shares, there was the gap between the two was barely less than 1 percentage point, 44%, 43%. The last election, and even the BJP could not get a majority.
Yes.
But this time the Congress did not have it. In 2021, AIUDF went with Congress, BPF went with Congress.
AIUDF is Badruddin
Ajmal's
Ajmal's party.
and Bodoland People's Front, BPF was part of the Mahajot. This time, BPF is with the BJP. AGP is still there. So the NDA alliance remains. But the opposition alliance is not there. There were small parties, CPM and other very small parties who don't really matter much for the Congress. So it has become tougher because first of all, you do not have the kind of alliance you had last time, and then you are losing big leaders like this.
Because Congress, you think AIUDF is not there because Congress is afraid of aligning with them, or Congress sees no need to align with them, hoping that the Muslims will vote for us anyway, as they vote for Mamata Banerjee?
It was always there. See, Congress always consciously stayed away from the AIUDF.
Except the last time.
Except last time when they got desperate. But we saw in Lok Sabha election, AIUDF was not with the Congress and AIUDF flopped. So as it looks like Badruddin Ajmal won't tell, he is back there to contest. He himself is going to contest and his party will contest. But how much of the Muslim vote bank he would be able to eat into this time from the Congress vote bank is not very clear. Because in last time when they were in the Congress, if I remember it correctly, they got about 9% votes, which was complete. In Lok Sabha, they didn't do anything.
Yeah. So this is an interesting state also for Congress, because this is a rare state where they have a pre-decided leader, even though they are not the incumbent. Congress usually, even if they have an incumbent chief minister, they are shy of declaring him as the leader. In this case, Gaurav Gogoi is there.
They have not formally announced,
Yes, but he's the leader.
It's clear that he's the face.
It's his politics.
Yeah,
that's
it's
all
his
there.
the face.
And Himanta's attacks are all on Gaurav Gogoi, including his wife, his family.
So for Himanta, his party strategy is very clear. He has gone for total polarization. Now, after the last delimitation of constituencies, as he himself says, others also say that, as he himself says that we are contesting on 103 seats only out of 26. Because the 23 seats, now in the delimitation process, the way it was done, that Muslims, the mainstay of the Congress, has been actually concentrated into about 23 seats. They are all concentrated in 23 seats now. So Himanta is not even counting that. Okay, fine, you go away with 23 seats. We will be contesting on 103 seats. But he is counting on 103 seats only. And that's why he's going for total polarization. Okay, 23 to you, 103 to us.
And what's your sense of Himanta? I can say that I might have known him for a very long time, but I don't follow every state's politics as minutely as DK does. What's your sense of him as a leader and as a campaigner?
Oh, in the last election, I mean, 24 also, 21 also was there. He's hugely popular. The kind of connect he has with the masses is amazing. I mean, but yeah, anti-incumbency of 10 years again for him also. Let's see how it translates. But he knows their language. He knows what he's talking about. As a leader, as a strategist, you see Bhupen, he first got a former Congress chief for Bhupen Bora onto his side. Now a big catch. So you can call him Amit Shah for Assam as a strategist. But he is hugely popular also.
And he's also generally somebody who we count as among the people in the next line leadership of the BJP. When leadership opens up, he will be one of the candidates.
Of course, yeah.
And he's positioning himself like that.
Exactly. I mean, he has been traveling around. So in every election, you see BJP candidates asking for him to campaign. So he is in huge demand. After Yogi Adityanath, I think he's the second one who is in so much demand otherwise.
Yeah. And he's quite young as well.
He is just 57.
Just 57. So what you also see in these elections is some future leaders coming up. If on the other hand, Gaurav Gogoi does something really dramatic, then if the Congress's stature goes up, you would say, however, the odds for him are quite steep, is it?
It is, especially, we talked about it last time, I guess. Mallikarjun Kharge had gone there for a rally. Now, Himanta, his anti-encroachment drive, of course, we know what he's doing. The anti-encroachment is targeted at a particular community.
And Bengali Muslims.
But then again...
Who he calls Mia Muslims.
Yeah, but general sentiments in Assam about all these people, not a community, but generally that people from outside have come, settled here and taken our land. Given that, if he is launching that anti-encroachment drive, Kharge says that, okay, he goes and he promises that whoever he has evicted, we will resettle them. I mean, that became viral in Assam. So, Gaurav has been silent. He knows he has been playing it very well so far.
He understands the politics.
Yes, but his national leadership is, I would say, letting him down.
Yeah. And finally, because we are talking about all, Puducherry, maybe just a union territory, maybe not just maybe a union territory, still important what's happening there. It also has peculiar politics.
Again, it's the extension of Tamil Nadu politics, I would say, because BJP, Rangaswamy is the former Congress chief minister.
Yes,
He
yes,
quit
yes.
so he was in Congress, he quit the Congress to form his All India NR Congress. He's quite popular. He was somebody who you would see, going on a bike, sitting at some tea stall and having tea and talking with people. He's quite popular. There you have the Congress, V. Narayan Swamy is still the face. He is the senior most leader, the face high commands person. But we have not really seen much buzz around Congress in Puducherry. Although there is massive anti-incumbency against Rangaswamy. But the opposition has not been able to build on it so far. But we don't know. Generally, what happens in Tamil Nadu has a bearing on Puducherry also, and DMK is coming there with all guns blazing.
So DK, you say that Puducherry politics is an extension of Dravid politics, DMK politics. How then is DMK not doing better there?
Congress has been ruling. Congress ruled them. Congress ruled in Tamil Nadu also till
Yes, but
67.
but why can't DMK swing it for the Congress also, because they are allies?
But Congress has a bigger share. DMK wants to have a larger share in Puducherry, but Congress has not allowed it so far. So that's why you had all this discussion about seats. The fact is, even BJP wanted more seats to contest this time, because both national parties want their domination in Puducherry. BJP doesn't have it yet, but then Rangaswamy has not allowed the BJP to do it so far, and Congress is not letting DMK come there.
Thank you, DK, for helping us understand this better. You really cut the clutter. And I thought I will catch DK and we'll get into some of this stuff, because tomorrow there'll be something else happening from the war front. It's difficult to break away from there and look at what is also of immediate importance to us, our domestic politics. DK and his team will now be spreading out to all the states, going to the polls, and you will see their reports. Please watch out for them coming from the states, both in text and on video.